Hello and welcome. I'm Elisa Miller, Assistant Director of International Admissions at UC Riverside, one of the most highly ranked universities in the United States and a member of the prestigious University of California system. UC Riverside is a large international university that has maintained its friendly, small college feel. Here at UC Riverside, we go to great lengths to help our international students feel at home. The purpose of this video is to assist you in completing the University of California undergraduate admission application. The application is available online beginning October 1st and can be submitted November 1st through November 30th. Before you begin, there are a few things you will want to do. First, you must create an account. To do so, choose a username and password. Remember to keep your name and password in a safe place for future access. Next, you'll want to gather together all of the necessary documents that you may wish to refer to while filling out this application. This could be anything from your academic record to personal information about the jobs you've held or the activities you've been involved in. It's also important to note that you do not need to complete the application in a single sitting. You can start and stop at any time you wish and save sections of the application for future access. There is a status bar at the top of the application that will make you aware of where you are in the submission process. Once you've started your application, you can also skip ahead to other sections at any time. Also remember, there is a 30-minute time limit in place on each page of the application. At the end of each section, please review your work thoroughly before you go on to the next page. To start the application, you must first select the term in which you are applying and the level. Please note that UC Riverside is only open for new applications for the fall term. A freshman applicant is someone that is either still currently enrolled in high school and will be attending college or university for the first time, or someone who has not taken any college courses after high school. A transfer applicant is someone who is currently attending a college or university and is interested in transferring to UC Riverside to complete their bachelor's degree. Follow the instructions to complete your address and contact information, as well as your California residency status and your country of citizenship. When filling out your address, please refer to the image of the envelope on the screen to confirm your address is listed correctly for receiving mail correspondence. If you have another permanent address, please provide that as well. Next, select the University of California campus you wish to apply to. Select the link next to each campus name for more information on that particular campus. For each campus, you will also be asked to indicate which majors you are interested in. At UC Riverside, we have 4 different colleges as well as undecided or undeclared majors to choose from. You can expand the list of programs by clicking on the name of the college. For UC Riverside, you should choose 2 majors, a preferred major and an alternate major. For more information on the different majors available at UC Riverside, please visit admissions.ucr.edu. Once you have made your selections, don't forget to review your choices before moving on to the next section. You may be eligible for a variety of scholarship opportunities through the University of California. The UC system awards scholarships to students from different backgrounds, academic interests, career objectives, and more. You can list up to 16 characteristics on the application. We always advise our students to explore as many scholarship opportunities as possible. In this section, you will be asked a few brief questions about you, your parents, your family size, and your income. We will also want to know some other information, such as the language you learned to speak first, and whether you would like to apply for the Educational Opportunity Program. Once you have completed this section, review your entries, make sure you haven't skipped any questions, and then proceed with the rest of the application. In order for us to review your academic record, you will need to list all of the high schools and colleges or universities that you have attended, along with all of your courses and grades. The first question in the academic section is in regards to any math or language other than English courses that you have completed in the 7th and 8th grades. If you have completed algebra, geometry, or more advanced mathematics in the 7th or 8th grades, list the name of the course and how many semesters you took the course. If you have completed any courses in a language other than English in the 7th or 8th grades, such as courses in French, Spanish, or Chinese, list the name of the course and how many semesters you took the course. In the High School and Courses section, you will list all high schools you have attended, regardless of how long you attended, whether or not courses were completed, or whether you believe your record will affect your chances for admission. Providing incomplete or incorrect information may jeopardize your UC admission or enrollment. First, you will select where your high school is located. Type in either the name of the high school or the high school's 6-digit code. Then select Add for the school to be added to your academic history. Once the school has been added, you will indicate which grades and years you attended the school. You will need to indicate if this is the school that you will receive your high school diploma from, the grading system and term type, and language of instruction of the school. Once you've made your entry, you must click Add for this entry to be added to your academic history. If you have attended more than one school, you will need to add each of the schools separately by name and complete the dates attended, grading scale, and term type. If you have attended the same school but have changed curriculums or grading type during your attendance at that school, for example, the first 2 years you were following the national curriculum of your country, and then you moved into an international baccalaureate or A-level center at the school, you will need to add that school twice to your academic record. You will add it first with the national grading scale, and then a second time with the dates you have attended as an IB or A-level student, and the associated grading scale with that curriculum. For applicants from China or other countries where high school is 3 years, you must enter your final year of middle school as the Year 9 school and courses. In other words, you will list both your middle school and high school in this section. On the academic section, you will list your final year of middle school as the Year 9 courses and grades. If your school's grading system isn't listed, choose Other from the drop-down menu and enter your school system. Do not select Other if the only differences are plus and minus letter grades. If your grades are from a school outside the United States, do not convert them. Enter your marks exactly as issued by your school. If you attended school in Korea, which uses a ranking system 1 to 9, please report both your rank and your raw score in each course. Grades should be reported as follows: rank/raw score. For example, if your rank is 2 and your raw score is 94, list your grade as 2/94. Once you have successfully added the school or schools that you have attended, you will be able to enter your courses and academic grades or marks. If your school is on an A through F letter grade scale, we don't count pluses and minuses in calculating your high school GPA, so you will only list the full letter grade listed in the drop-down menu. If your course is not listed, use the Don't See All of My Courses selection at the bottom of the screen to manually input your courses and grades. At UC Riverside, we have experienced admission counselors who are extremely knowledgeable about the various educational systems used around the world. Please be assured that we use this knowledge as we review each application we receive. If you have completed any college courses while in high school, you are asked to list the university or college you attended, along with the courses and the grades received. In the additional comments section, tell us anything else you want us to know about your academic record. For international applicants, if you selected Other as the grading system of your school, please explain the grading system here. Or, if you have taken an external examination in secondary school, please explain which exams you completed and which grades you received. Please be especially careful in reviewing this section in order to ensure that all of your school information and grading information is complete and correct. In the Activities and Awards section, you will have the opportunity to tell us about any activities that you have participated in and any awards you have received. Here are a few current UC Riverside students to tell you about the 6 categories we will be considering.
Describe any courses you have completed since Year 9. other than those already listed in your academic history section of your application. These should be classes that demonstrate a particular area of interest, like an ROP nursing program or a Spanish language immersion program.
List any programs or activities that have enriched your academic experiences or helped you to prepare for college. Maybe you did some counseling or tutoring, or maybe you studied abroad. If you've participated in a program that is not listed below, select Other and specify the name of the program in the space provided. And remember, you can always explain more about your participation in your personal statement later in the application.
Please tell us about any unpaid volunteer work or community service you have performed beginning in Year 9, and also please indicate any leadership positions that you have held. This could be anything from a hospital volunteer to tutoring elementary school students. Just remember not to list paid work here.
This is where you get to list your paid work experience. If you do not yet have an end date for your work experience, then we ask you to estimate an end date. But do not leave the end date field blank, and don't list more than 5 positions.
List any honors and awards you have received beginning in Year 9. Examples include the most valuable player on your varsity lacrosse team or best in show in an art competition. You may list up to 5 awards and honors.
List any extracurricular activities in which you have participated beginning in Year 9, from student body president to editor of your yearbook. You can list 5 extracurricular activities on the application.
And as always, before you move on to the next section,
be sure to check your work.
UC Riverside requires all applicants to complete either the ACT Plus writing or the SAT reasoning test by December of your senior year. In this section, you must list the exams you have taken or are planning to take and the scores you have received. If you are applying to more than one UC campus, you can choose to send your official scores to one campus, and your scores will then be shared with the other campuses to which you applied. Select the exams you have completed and the date you took each exam. You must report your scores exactly as they were reported by the testing agency. Do not combine your scores for multiple exams into one super score. The University of California accepts the highest exam score from a single sitting. If you have taken the exam more than one time, please list only the highest overall score. If you have completed any SAT subject tests, please list the exam name, date, and score exactly as reported by the test agency. At UC Riverside, we do not require applicants to complete the SAT subject tests. However, it is strongly recommended that students who are interested in applying for a math or science major take the SAT subject tests in a math or science discipline. If you have taken any advanced placement or AP exams, list the date, exam name, and the score exactly as reported by the test agency. If you have completed the same exam more than once, please list your highest overall score. If you have taken any International Baccalaureate or IB exams, please list the date, exam name, and score exactly as reported by the test agency. If you have completed the same exam more than once, list your highest overall score. Applicants whose native language is not English and whose high school or university education was in a country where English is not the language of instruction must take the IELTS or the TOEFL exam. You must record your scores exactly as they were reported by the testing agency. If you have taken a test more than once, record your highest overall score. And remember, your test scores must be no more than 2 years old. If your educational system includes one or more external exams, you must report any exams you have completed or plan to complete. Predicted International Baccalaureate or IB results should also be reported here. Completed IB exams should be reported on the IB exam page. Please record your scores exactly as they were reported by the examination authority. At UC Riverside, we probably receive more questions about the personal statement than any other part of the application. The personal statement is your chance to tell us who you are and what's important to you. And that enables us to better understand the rest of the information you've provided in your application. Here are a few tips from some UC Riverside students who had to fill out a similar statement just a few years ago.
Be open, be honest, be yourself.
Read each prompt carefully and be sure to respond to all parts.
Present your information and ideas in a focused, thoughtful manner.
Use specific, concrete examples to support the points you want to make.
A list of qualities or accomplishments is usually not all that persuasive.
Relax. This is one of many pieces of information we consider in reviewing your application. UC Riverside does not make admission decisions based on personal statements alone.
Do it yourself. Your personal statement should reflect your own ideas and be written by you alone. Not your parents, not your teacher, not your friend.
Because of the 30-minute per page time limit, we strongly recommend that you do not compose your personal statement here. Write your responses elsewhere, then copy and paste them into the appropriate fields. As you can see, your personal statement will consist of responses to 2 required prompts and 1 optional prompt. Please respond to both required questions using a maximum of 1,000 words total. You may allocate the word count as you wish, but we suggest that each of your answers be no less than 250 words. At this point, it may look like you have completed your application, but there are a few more sections that you still have to complete. Once you have completed all sections of the application, you can review the status of those sections here. A green circle indicates that the section is completed. A half-filled circle indicates which sections are still in progress. Any information you provide in this section will be used for statistical analysis only. It will not be used in your admission evaluation and will have no bearing on your eligibility for admission. If you are offered admission, the UC campus where you plan to enroll may use your answers to expedite financial aid and to assess your California residency status. Remember, providing this information is optional. This information will not affect your admission to the university. Once you have completed this section, you are able to review your entries before proceeding on with the application. On this application, you are asked to indicate authorizations and electronically sign your application and the statement of integrity. Please remember that application fees are non-refundable. Once you have submitted your application, you are expected to pay for all your campus selections, even if you choose to cancel your application to a certain campus at a later date. Once you have submitted your application to the University of California, you will receive an email confirmation. This important email will provide you with your application identification number, and that number should be referenced in all future communications with UC Riverside or the other campuses you've selected. Once UC Riverside has received your application, you will receive an application acknowledgement from our campus. Admission notification begins in February for incoming freshman students and in March for transfer students. On behalf of everyone at UC Riverside, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We sincerely hope that it was helpful to you. We also hope you will strongly consider continuing your academic career at UC Riverside. The University of California, Riverside, right where you want to be.